No, those children weren't going to be transgressed.
I'll tell you why. Because the story of Kedar, first of all, we don't follow the legislation of Kedar. Okay? Right. That's first thing. But second thing, do we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not... No, I'll ask you. First of all, even, I said we don't, let me make clearer. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala clearly mentioned what was the reason for Kedar, Khidr killing that child. It wasn't baby, first of all. It was a child. So it was a boy. A boy.
Young boy.
Yeah, young boy. So it could be, you know what's a young boy in Arabic language? It could be 14 as well. It's a young boy.
Still a young boy though. That's still a boy though.
Yeah, but wait. What is age of maturity according to the Bible?
12.
12. So it's adult. He was accountable.
But he was killed before he did it.
No, he was accountable. But he was
killed before he was a transgressor.
But I'm saying, so he mentioned the reason why, because he's going to become a transgressor.
Yes.
But you having a problem, all loving God, Jesus, as you claim, killing the babies and children because no, they're going to become transgressors because because here, let me read it out again.
Yes.
Come on, the context clear.
No.
Because their forefathers did something to Israel.
But this is why I said to you. No, but this is why I said to you.
Well, it's clear.
No, but this is why I said you can't pick the verse. You have to actually read the whole chapter because what happens.
Read the whole chapter here.
No,
the whole chapter doesn't help you because you know what? The whole chapter, God will become regret. Another problem.
Yeah. So basically, if you read the book, because I told you it was about Saul, and you read it was about Saul. So what happens is actually some of them survive, and then they regroup and they mount to attack, and it almost like centuries later on the house of David. So God in his foreknowledge knew that if they survive, they're going to do this. And when what we see in the Bible is we see the consequences, because not everyone was killed. So we actually see the consequences of...
Show me, look. I showed you clear from your book, that the reason they were killed, God in the Bible said kill children and women and babies because their forefathers did something. That based upon the text, okay? You bring another text.
Bring the evidence.
Okay, you have to bring it. So we're going to finish here. I really have to go, inshallah.
Okay, and just about the kid point, about I've got a hadith for you.
Hadith in Sahih Bukhari when the Messenger of Allah sent a group of army. I will when he said from them.
This is from Sunan Ibn Majah.
Okay,
it says it was narrated.
I know, Sahih Muslim as well.
The mother of believers said the Messenger of Allah was called to the funeral of a child from amongst the Ansar. We all know the Ansar was like the good Muslims.
Okay.
I said, O Messenger of Allah, glad tidings for him. He is one of the little birds of paradise who never did an evil act or reached the age of doing evil, i.e. the age of accountability. He said, it may not be so, Aisha, for Allah created people for paradise. He created them for it when they were still in their father's loins, and he has created people for hell. He has created for them when they were still in their father's loins. So Allah.
So it was.
These people didn't even have free will before they were born. So how can Allah show mercy on someone that he's destined for hell?
No. This hadith. Look. There's a hadith where Prophet mentioned that the children who died before the age of maturity, they will go to paradise.
But
this hadith, first of all, Prophet he is telling off Aisha to not speak. I know, but it doesn't help you. Remember, the main point I will remind the Christians that all loving God and Jesus, which we believe, he said kill children. Not because they're going to become criminals, because their forefathers were criminals. So imagine you do something, then I come kill your children. No, so that one. No, but it doesn't help you. But I will explain this narration. This narration, first of all, the scholars mentioned that Prophet is telling of Aisha to not speak about something from the unseen. Okay, that's one thing. Then he told her that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the creation for hell and they created the creation of paradise. Okay, I'm saying. But I never said explicitly that child is going to go to hellfire or paradise. But what I'm saying, I repeat it again for the viewers, and I'm going to conclude it here. That remember,
create someone for hell and
because
paradise.
Allah foreknowledge.
Yeah, but you said they don't go to hell. But how can he create someone for hell if they?
No, I'm not saying the child, but I'm saying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows some people they'll go to hellfire based upon his foreknowledge. Correct? So that it doesn't help you, even for the sake of argument, to make it look, I'm gonna go, as I say, for the sake of argument, even if that child. But what we're saying, the hadith, the child is gonna become transgressor based upon Allah's foreknowledge. Is gonna judge according to his foreknowledge. However, there's many clear texts. Allah will not judge people. That Allah will judge according to actions. But the point here, I want to make it clear: the all-loving God, all-loving Jesus, explicitly kill children, women, and babies and infants. So as a Christians, you have no leg to stand on. But I'm gonna stop here.
Wait, let me just about 10 more minutes because I want to actually get back onto prophethood because I can go into this. I can go into this. It's a bit of a sidetrack.
Okay.
For example, in Numbers 23:23, it says, "No magic will harm Israel or it will harm Jacob." So how is it?
Doesn't say magic. Remember, read it again. Remember,
Yeah.
we read it. Doesn't say magic.
Okay.
Read it out.
It's basically it's the
No,
same
no,
thing as
no,
magic.
no,
Okay,
no.
let me
Don't
read
explain it away. Okay, read it out.
All right.
And remember, I'm just my point was,
Yes.
for the sake of argument, I don't accept your book as a criteria.
Well,
You know that, innit?
okay.
That's why I was telling you that. I was telling you that
Okay.
be consistent.
It says there is no divination against Jacob. What is divination? It's magic. Divination is like the divine comes from the divine. It's like the unseen, basically.
Yeah, the unseen, not
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah, divination is like magic.
All the time is
Okay,
okay.
if I go to the Blue Letter Dictionary, we can get like.
Okay,
the
go on.
definition.
No evil.
And no evil omens against Israel. It will be said of Jacob and Israel, see what God has done. So I can give you just the King James just to give you a different translation to understand. So it says, surely, oh sorry,
No problem.
surely there is no enchantment. Enchantment is.
Where's enchantment? Define enchantment, please.
Enchantment is like magic.
Yeah, okay.
Against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what hath God wrought? The reason why
That's a good point. I'm going to mention
the
something.
reason why this was established on prophets is there's various reasons. One, because it, as you read Deuteronomy 18:18, a prophet cannot speak words other than what
Yeah,
God.
it's not 88, it's 1821.
Yeah. If a prophet
yeah.
was under
Emphasize.
enchantment, he could be speaking anything. So God has divinely this is what he's saying, that there's a divine protection on the prophets.
That's all that's in the Quran.
But then when we see Muhammad, Allah says,
You talk about hadith.
no, yeah, we see that Muhammad was bewitched.
You talk about hadith. Yes.
But I'm sure in the Quran it says Satan has no hold over the prophets.
He has no.
He has no hold over a prophet.
Yeah.
So,
in the Revelation, I have to specify it.
Okay.
Because
Wait.
so when you first of all, let us remember you said sometimes I'm gonna go to your criteria to show you that Christian, be consistent. You can't come to me and try to play around.
Okay.
With the permission of Allah. No play. Sorry, I'm not saying you play around because I know. My point is, so in that verse, does it say no prophet will be affected by magic? No prophet whatsoever. I was talking about Israel.
So it says, let me read it again.
Okay, go on.
Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob.
Who?
Jacob. Neither is there any divination against Israel.
Israel, okay. So does it not say against any prophet?
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you told me, when I said to you about in the Old Testament, said God is not a man. You said, no, God never said he will never be a man. Okay? But I said to you, but he said God is not a man, but yet you still believe that Jesus never opposed the Old Testament.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So now in that is not a criteria will not help you. That is not a criteria that will help you to invalidate Prophet Muhammad prophethood. Let me ask you this and conclude this.
Okay.
You will,
The reason why
I'll give you another one. No, but let me finish. I'll hadith.
Yeah.
I'll finish up. As for the Prophet Muhammad hadith correctly, he will not. The magic did not affect him in the revelation.
Okay.
As the hadith mentioned, Prophet he thought.
How do you know?
Because the hadith says hadith. Let me finish.
It says
Because the hadith.
it affected him in revelation.
No, it doesn't affect him in revelation.
Of the Quran.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the hadith says he thought because he had the strength to have consummation with or relationship, relationship with his wives, and when he had just with one, he thought as he had with many, because he became very, very weak. So it affected him in his strength. And Allah clearly said about Prophet Muhammad, and that's only the effect, because Allah clearly said, وَمَا يَنْطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَى إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ.
I just want to correct. So it's the recitation of the Quran that you're talking about, the revelation.
No, revelation. Whatever is from God doesn't affect him. Hadith and the Quran. There was no control from Satan. The magic that affected him, it was in his strength. Okay? Why? Allah said clearly, Prophet Muhammad does not speak from his own desires. He speaks from the revelation. Whatever Allah tells him, he will say it. So that criteria, first of all.
But he was imagining sleeping with his wife.
Not imagining. Imagine now.
Yes.
I work in imagine I go to one construction building site. So I work. I become me. usually I can do 5 construction sites.
Okay.
But today I've done 1 construction site and I feel like I've done 5. So the effect is only in to my strength. I feel like, so he felt like what? He had consummation, a relationship with this. Yeah, he felt that because he became very weak. Nah? So only in his power.
But if I go to the tafsir,
yeah, you got
tafsir says his hair fell out.
There's not, so that revelation?
No, but you said it was only affected him inside.
Affect, yeah, because the hadith said that.
I'm saying physically affected him.
No, the hadith, the apparent hadith, that's what it says. Now your tafsir, remember tafsir is not, I don't have to follow tafsir of every scholar, because I'm quoting a scholar as well. The scholar I'm quoting for people to go back check is one of the well-known, well-established from the big scholars of hadith. His name Muhammad Nasir al-Din al-Albani, and he mentioned that clearly. Okay. So paper boy, you keep saying so, and I said I'm gonna go.
All right.
This is what I'm saying. But remember, to summarize it, you summarize it. My point is, look, your point to reject Prophet Muhammad, it cannot stand.
But because this conversation is wrapped up quickly, I'd like a proper conversation.
Inshallah, no worries.
Because you got to go, but let's do it properly, because there's other things I want to discuss with you.
Inshallah.
And then we can all learn and whatnot.
Yeah, inshallah.
Because you're going, so, you know, I'm not going to be like, Shamsi's running.
No, we don't do that. But Paper Boy.
But can we agree to do this next week?
Hopefully, inshallah, yeah.
Okay.
But what I will tell you, Paper Boy, remember, go and think about it deeply, seriously. Because I believe, the Christians, some of them, they will look for any excuse to reject Prophet Muhammad, even though sometimes those excuses go against their own belief. For example, the excuse you mentioned about what? Prophet Muhammad go against the all prophets, which clearly Jesus go against the teaching of the all prophets.
Yeah, but even we see Muhammad himself, first of all, Shaitan says, we had no authority over you, but just to misguide you.
What do you mean, Satan?
Shaitan.
Who says that? That will not happen because your God was attended by Satan.
Ibrahim 14:22. It says, I had no power over you except to call you.
That's not Prophet Muhammad. That's the first. That's their judgment.
Yeah, but
Allah judges the people.
Satan doesn't have like authority over people, like in terms of magic and.
You cannot force them. That's what he says.
Exactly. Yeah.
But he can affect you in a way.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying in terms of magic. So even Muhammad, he said, you know, Ajwa dates and 7 Ajwa dates, you will not be affected by poison or magic. And we also know that when he was poisoned by the Jewish woman, that caused his death.
That's what they said. They said, no, that caused his death because he didn't die. He didn't die. He didn't die. But he was feeling, he got the pain after, but they kissed him to die.
Next week, because that's
because I know the hadith.
I've got quite a few.
No, the hadith. It's
not just the one.
What you do, you quote one hadith and this and that. My point is, look, now you keep talking. To be honest, you want completely different way.
That's why I said next week.
You talk about Ajwa, Prophet Ajwa, Satan has no control. My point, look, to summarize the 2 points, and we can make it, that you said Prophet Muhammad cannot be a prophet because he got against the teaching of the all prophets and messages, which is if anyone, any Christian or Jew is sincere, Prophet Muhammad doesn't do. We talk about the oneness of God. Worship one God. Allah said clearly, we say, oh Muhammad, we believe in the God of Abraham and Jacob and Isaac. Okay, that's one thing. But logically speaking, the only one that opposes the teaching of the foundation of the old prophet, or the prophet and the message of the Old Testament, according to you, is Jesus. God is not a man. Jesus said God is one. Is a man. In the Old Testament, God is one. Jesus was Trinity. According to you, Prophet Muhammad is one. The other, you said, because he was affected by magic, and you tried to use something which is specific about Jacob and Israel. And I told you be consistent. You said sometimes God says something in the Old Testament, but doesn't mean nothing will happen, that different thing will happen. You see what I'm saying? So I said to you, in that passages doesn't help you. So you quote passages, the other thing I mentioned.
But the reason why I brought that, because in your Quran and Hadith, it confirms the same sort of principle.
I will tell you something, you know what?
Because in terms of, you said the Muslims claim that the poison didn't kill him, or the iota thing, because Muhammad used to go for cupping because he still had felt the poison in his blood. So you don't go for he had cupping because
not because of that cupping, because you know the hadith of the cupping.
Do you want me to bring the hadith?
If you're gonna bring the hadith of cupping, then I'm gonna carry you on about the other thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you're saying he didn't have poison in him after that,
no, so we didn't kill him. You know why? Because look, Prophet Muhammad ate it, and the companion ate it. The companion died. Prophet lived longer after that. So how come they ate same poison? One died, one never died.
Okay.
So that poison, Allah protected from it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? That's why the woman was killed. She was killed not because she poisoned him, because why? As you know, as a Sharia, even according to the Mosaic law, if you kill someone, you get killed. Correct? So that's why she was killed. But my point here is, look, do you believe Allah? Do you believe God is the most just?
Yes.
Okay. So is it just for God to allow a false prophet, according to you, a liar, who is going around saying that God told him to say this, yet God aided him to overpower the Christians and the Jews? Not just him, aided him, aided his followers to establish all the countries that would belong to the Christian empire. They came for the Muslims. Okay. Islam became the largest religion. Islam says spread, and many Egyptian were Christians, they became Muslims. The people of Syria, people of Palestine, people of Jordan became Muslims. So my point here is, we know that God sometimes allow a false prophet to do some things. Eventually God will expose him. However, Allah not just aid Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad, before he died, Islam was well established in the Arab Peninsula. Then his companions established Islam in most of the world. So now two things: either God was not watching him, that's why Prophet Muhammad did this, or he was a true prophet of God. That's why one of the signs of a true prophet.
By the fruits you should know them.
Yes, by the fruit you should know them. That's why one of the signs of a true prophet, that God will aid the true prophet and will expose the false prophet.
So
what do you think about God? Is it the most, or is it the oppressor or the just?
So in terms of God has given a guidance, which was the New Testament. So anyone that follows anything after it is being led astray by...
That's my question, before. Is God the most just or the oppressor?
God is the most just.
So is it from the most just God to allow false prophets to overpower and to establish his religion for centuries?
But who says he's...
Please, can you let him speak?
What about Hitler?
Hitler was not prophet.
Why did Allah allow him to exist?
Because he was not prophet. He never came from God.
But Allah let him overcome, though.
To be honest, if Hitler came to a prophet, you should accept him.
No, but the thing is,
you know that. You know that.
1 second.
No, he was not prophet of God.
I know. But didn't he overcome?
No, he didn't.
That's what you mentioned.
He didn't. No, Hitler never.
No, you said why did God allow a false prophet to overcome?
Not just overcome, and not just aided him for his religion to be established and to overpower the other religion. Not just that, not just prophets, even his companions. Because remember, I'll tell you, sorry, 1 minute, people. What I'll tell you, make it clear to you. Imagine you're a king, and you have you said ambassador to teach something. Then a false ambassador goes around killing people in your name, claiming that you send him. Would you expose him?
Yes.
Okay. Are you more wiser than God?
Am I more wiser than God?
Yeah.
No.
So how come God allowed Prophet Muhammad to overpower the Christians and the Jews? Not just him, aided even his companions. Not just his companions, aided even his followers for centuries, even our time.
But that's not the same time.
That is a strong one, isn't it? He's confused about it.
For example, I can say to you, there's probably more atheists than religious people.
There's not. There's not more atheists. There's no more. There's more people in religion than atheists. In America, there's more people believe in God than atheists in America.
They're not comparing the same thing. You're not
comparing. You're not answering the.
Because the Prophet Muhammad established a doctrine.
Let me make my point. I've been giving you the courtesy to talk. I haven't actually spoken.
But I have to finish it because I'm just telling you think about it. But you want to talk.
We will continue this. I want to go into details because I want to bring my evidence next week.
Inshallah.
And we'll discuss it because
who did the foundation?
I've let Shamsi do a lot of talking and I've just listened. But next week, because if we're not time constrained, then we'll go into it on a more deeper level because I don't want to be bringing verse in here and he's like, I gotta go. So your point of how can God allow Islam to rise and not do anything? Is that was your question?
No, how aid a false prophet?
There are only two
First of all, in what sense would you say God aided a false prophet? Because
sense is
because the God of the Quran matches up the Satan of the Bible.
God of the Quran matches up Satan of the Bible.
Every debate next week, I'll go into it.
No, wait, no, you cannot make claim. No, wait. You made a claim. No.
Explain it.
Yeah, no, okay. I will ask you to explain it more. Does Satan tell you to worship a perfect God?
Does Satan worship?
Does Satan tell you to worship a perfect God?
Satan will tell you to worship what leads you away from the truth.
No, I'm asking you. Does Satan tell you to worship a perfect God?
No.
No.
Wait.
Okay. Does Satan? No, but we go to that. I will go to that, please. Step by step. Does Satan tell you to be good to your neighbor?
Okay, if I go to the book of Mormon, if I go to the Mormon,
no, before we go to
but you haven't let me speak. Wait, because remember, I let you speak.
But I want to understand.
But I'm giving you an explanation.
No, but I want to please. I will finish one point. Let me finish. No, I will let you finish. I will let you finish. No, I will let you finish.
No, but let me speak.
I will let you.
I gave you the courtesy.
But my point. I'll finish. 1 second. Just 1 second. I'll let you. 1 second. The reason I'm saying that because we know to be good to your neighbor is something good. Satan tell you to do evil. He says